All right, if you could tell us about the panel.
The panel, we had a very interesting mix of panel with co-founders from Infobeam, Common Floor. All of us had different experiences to share.
What's your association with this event, and according to you, what do you think would be the takeaways for the delegates as well as for you?
I think Indian entrepreneurial ecosystem is evolving, and it's gone phenomenally well these days. It's phenomenally grown these days compared to a couple of years ago when I started as an entrepreneur. The ecosystem still hasn't evolved. Now I see the ecosystem evolve, and platforms like Businessworld, are providing a great platform and doing a service to the ecosystem. It's good to be motivated. It's a motivating thing for a lot of these young companies and young people who want to be entrepreneurs or who have just been entrepreneurs to get the right kind of motivation and kind of mentoring that they have. It's a good initiative by Businessworld.
Right, if you could share with us your journey, how was it, and do you think things would have been easier had you started off now?
I think when I started my journey as an entrepreneur, I was straight out of college, so I have taken that risk. But the ecosystem hasn't really evolved. The kind of the whole concept of venture capital or the angel capital that's coming, it's very recent phenomenon these days in India. So the capital availability of capital in those days, when compared to about 7 or even as early as about 7 or 8 years ago, it's completely different ball game altogether. But these days the ecosystem has evolved, so people are getting funded based on their business ideas. Even ideas which haven't even got prototyped are getting funding. So in a way that is good.
All right. When you're talking about the ecosystem, so what's in it in the ecosystem which is really making entrepreneurs, and especially in India here, we are known as the startup hub now?
I think I was about to tell you this. We are at a I would say people are getting into entrepreneurship not for the right reasons. They are getting into entrepreneurship for the glamour of it. But entrepreneurship is a tough journey. So you have to be there as an entrepreneur for the right reasons. Not, I hear this often from people. I say that, I ask people, why do you want to be an entrepreneur? They say that, I want to be my own boss. I think that is one of the biggest myths of entrepreneurship. When you are working for a company, you have only one boss who you are reporting to. But as an entrepreneur, every customer of yours is every stakeholders of yours. You are answerable to them. You are answerable to your customers. So I think it is one of the biggest myths that of entrepreneurship. So people are not getting it for the right reasons. Even people who want to work for a startup, they are getting in. They are getting in for they're getting seduced by the glamour and glitz around them. Every day they see startups raising millions and millions of dollars. They're getting seduced by it. So in a way, people have been spoiled. There is a rat race that is currently going on. They want to, every VC who is worth his salt is running after chasing companies. They want to invest in the Indian Google. They want to invest in the Indian Facebook. They want to invest in the Indian Uber. So there is a mad rat race that is going on right now. I think I don't really think that is sustainable over a period of time.
Or do you think it would be completely go ahead with a different dimension altogether?
See, entrepreneurship will continue to flourish, because entrepreneurship for me is a mindset. It has nothing to do with the ecosystem as such. We had entrepreneurship even when there is no ecosystem available, even when there is no funding available. So it's a mindset. I don't think the mindset will change, but I think the whole euphoria around it will definitely die down. People will be more cautious. It's like once bitten, twice shy. So people would be more cautious investing. People would be more cautious to get into entrepreneurship. So I think that is a welcome change. When the whole euphoria dies down, I think you'll know who's swimming naked in the beach. So I think it's very important.
Do you think the government is also to be blamed for it, with all the hype, Digital India, Make in India campaign, and with so much hype around entrepreneurship, with different ministries hyping the issue, and also making online registration easy? We have the Ministry of Corporate Affairs, MSME, wherein a startup can go ahead and register. So even the paperwork has become made easier.
Entrepreneurship has to be encouraged, because that is wealth creation. So that is the engine that actually powers the country as a whole. I mean, if you have to have a GDP growth, what is expected by the government, you need progress. So entrepreneurship is a must for any progressive society. India is not an exception as such. But the way it is happening, I think, is fundamentally, it's a fundamentally wrong way of growth with all this hype and hoopla coming in. But I think entrepreneurship will have to. I mean, it's necessary evil. So I don't really think there is any problem with that as a whole. But the way the whole glamorized, the way it has been glamorized, the way success stories were told, and the way there is increase in valuations without actually looking at the fundamentals of a business, I think that has to die down a bit.
All right. So think before you jump.
Very, very important, and jump in with your eyes open, because entrepreneurship is a tough journey. It is a daunting task to be an entrepreneur. Jump in for the right reasons. If you are really passionate about the idea, then you will have to do it. If you want to get in for the glamour and say, I want to be a millionaire, I want to be a billionaire, and I want to, be my own boss, these are not the right reasons to be an entrepreneur. If you have it in you, if you are passionate about solving a big problem, if you have the purpose, to do something really earth-shattering, you will have to get into it. If you think it is easy, I tell people that, one of the persons, I don't remember the name, but he said, it took me 15 years to be an overnight success, right? So people don't, when you see people on the magazine covers, people tend to forget the toil that happens before that. So I think be aware of the risks involved in that. If you are passionate about it, then jump in. No two ways about it.